A group of students decided to divide the $8,000 cost of equipment equally among themselves. When 20 of the students decided to change the college, those remaining still divided $8,000 cost equally, but each student's share of the cost increased by $200. How many students were in the group at the beginning? So let me write that X will be the number of students at the beginning. Next, and we will put next that P is the price for one student of the beginning. So now we can write first equation. Because they have $8,000 to share between X numbers of students. So we can write that the total number of students times price will be $8,000. So we can write that X times P is equal 8,000. Let's forget about dollars. Number of students times the price must be $8,000. What next? 20 of students decided to change the college. So when we have X number of students at the beginning, 20 left, so we have to subtract from X 20 of them. And what else? Now each student's share the cost increased by $200. So now price for one student is $200 more. So to price we have to add, for one student at the beginning we have to add $200. Let's forget about dollar symbol now. And now when we multiply the number of students after 20 of them left times the price, we have to have 8,000. Again, so we have two equations, two unknowns. So from first equation, when we divide by P, we have that X is equal 8,000 over P. And now we will substitute X in the second equation by this expression. So I will use substitution method to solve this equation. So in parentheses we will have now 8,000 over P minus 20 times P plus 200 equals 8,000. And now to subtract these two expressions, I need to have the same denominator. It will be P. So we have 8,000 over P minus, I will change 20 to the fraction, denominator will be P, so in numerator I need to have 20P. P and P will reduce, so we have still the same. I didn't change anything, but now we can subtract these two expressions times P plus 200 we copy. This is equal 8,000. What next? Like I said, now we can subtract these two expressions. The denominator we copy, and we have 8,000 minus 20P over P, and we have times P plus 200. This is equal 8,000. And now I will multiply both sides time by P to get rid of this fraction. So P and P we can reduce, and what we will have, I have to put in parentheses 8,000 minus 20p times p plus 200 is equal 8,000 times p. Now, what I have to do, I need to multiply every expression in the first parenthesis by every expression in the second parenthesis. Let's start from the beginning. So we have 8,000 times p, so it will be 8,000 p plus 8,000 times 200, so will be 16 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And next we have negative 20p times p, so will be negative 20p square. Negative 20 times 200, so will be negative 2 times 2 is 4, and we have 1 0 and 3, so will be and 2, so will be 3 zeros. We add the zeros, and I will move 8,000p to the left, so will be minus 8,000p, and this is equal now 0. What we can do now, we can reduce 8,000p, the like terms, and I forgot we have here 20p times 200, so will be 4,000p, of course. And now we will start from expression with p squared, so we have negative 20p squared. Next we have negative 4,000p, and we have plus 16 and 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our number, and this is equal 0. What next we can do? We can divide by negative 20, because I don't like negative sign at the beginning, so I will divide every expression by negative 20. Both sides we have to divide. So let's write something like this, negative 20. So what I will first do, I will factorize negative 20 in the numerator. So we have negative 20, and in parentheses what will be p square. I took negative sign before parentheses, so now will be positive, and what will be here, 2 and 1 0 I take before parentheses, so we have only 2p plus, and because I took negative sign, so now will be negative, and we take 20 before parentheses, so will be 8. 16 divided by 2 will be 8, and 1 0 we have before parentheses, so we have only 4 zeros. Have over negative 20. 0 divided by negative 20 is 0. So now we can reduce negative 20, and we have quadratic equation p squared plus 200p minus 80,000. This is equal 0. To solve this equation, we will use factoring method. We have to find two numbers which we multiply, and we will get 80,000, negative 80,000, and when we add these two numbers, we will have 200. What it will be? It will be 400 and 200. Positive 400 and negative 200. Why? Because 400 minus 200 is 200, so everything is okay. And 400 times negative 200, it will be negative 80,000. So everything is okay. But now, when the left side will be 0, when p plus 400 will be 0, or p minus 200 will be 0. So we have linear equation. P is equal, I will move 400 to the right, so it will be negative 400, and we will move negative 200 to the right, so it will be positive 200. P was the price of one student at the beginning, so P cannot be negative. P must be positive value. So we have only one solution. P is equal 200. We found the price for one student at the beginning. And the question was, how many students were in the group at the beginning? Number of students is x. So now, when we have P, it's very easy. We will find x. We will use this equation. X is equal 8,000 divided by P. So now, we have that P is 200, so we have 8,000 divided by 200. Zeros we can reduce, and 80 divided by 2 is 40. So we found that at the beginning we have 40 students. And the price was 200 at the beginning. This is my solution.